Right on time.
That feeling, Kafka. It's welling up within me. That feeling... It's...
Well, don't resist. Let the Mara strike you.
You're here. It's time to pay the price! It's time! You think changing form will help you escape? Escape.
I've told you and that woman many times. I am Dan Heng. I have nothing to do with your past.
Dan Heng. You think another name and face can blot out the sin of your past? You didn't even experience death. I will force this suffering upon you, Dan Heng. You will know the pain of death.
Not on my watch. You're not murdering anyone today, fugitive. You're coming with me.
Jing Yuan's lapdog. Did the general not teach you to choose your battles wisely?
Hey, move back. Things are about to... Huh? You look so familiar.
Look out!
Quit hiding. Your true self revealed.
Stop! You...
I have news for you, boy. Behind you is none other than the traitor of the Xianzhou. A criminal forever banished. The High Elder of the Vidyadhara. Imbibitor Lunae. You really thought the Stellaron hunters were the only ones to infiltrate the Xianzhou?
In that case, I'll bring both of you to justice! Heard of you, Imbibitor Lunae. First it was the Stellaron hunters, now an exiled criminal has infiltrated the Xianzhou.
I have no interest in stoking conflict. I came to ensure the safety of my friends.
Save your excuses for the shackling prison.
Out of the way! Do not be afraid.
Better, but I'm afraid you won't be seeing your friends. They're caught in their own bitter struggle.
Silence! You're not getting away either!
Is that so? Let's heat things up then. Kafka?
Lady, listen to me. Unleash the Mara.
So it begins.
Surrender!
Fail to send you. Too little. What's wrong? Afraid to hurt the boy? Oh, Grace.
Punish evil!
I wonder if the others are okay. Gotta make this quick.
Let's feel my blade! Fail to send you.
You two just won't give up. I only have one choice.
So familiar. Did she teach you? Don't know that you deserve no mercy.
Can't delay any longer. I didn't wish to harm anyone. But there's no other way.
This isn't over.
All of you listen to me. Stop! Well, Blady? Are you satisfied?
What did you do?
I'm just clearing the stage for the grand entrance. Can't have you three misbehaving in front of the Lawfu's hotshot general.
Qing Yuan.
General!
Many years have passed since the two of you departed the Xianzhou, and yet the circumstances of your return appear to be equally unhappy. If you still thought of me as a friend, you should have forewarned me.
My task is complete.
That it is. Thank you for assisting the Xianzhou in this small matter. Take this person away. I will pretend I didn't see anything this time.
General,
Now is not the time. It has been a long time, old friend.
I'm not him.
I'm sorry. You cannot leave yet. Your Astral Express friends are waiting for you in Scale Gorge Waterscape. Shall we go and see them together? Lunarescent Depths, a realm of singular beauty. Scale Gorge Waterscape is the same as when I last laid eyes on it. And here we stand so different from one another. The flesh of long-lived species may be immortal, but the constant of heaven and earth eludes them.
You know the Vidyadhara hatching rebirth cycle, General. The waters of the ancient sea have cleansed Danfeng of his past sin. The person that once stood here alongside you is no more. I am Dan Heng. Whether Danfeng was hero or villain has nothing to do with me. I bore his punishment, accepted my eternal banishment without complaint. But do not let his shadow cloud your estimation of me, General.
Raising old nets only darkens the water, an exercise in unhappiness. Perhaps it is your visage, the horns on your head, or the unmistakable air of the High Elder that makes the separation nigh impossible for me.
I already told you.
You did. But to what effect? If words alone were enough to change the heart, this world would be without quarrel. If you wish to rid me of the illusion of Danfeng, you must do something for me. Before I can let Danfeng die and revoke your banishment edict, I need him to do me one final favor. I can guarantee you that when it is done, you will no longer walk in anyone's shadow aboard the Luofu.
I may not be capable of the things that Dan Feng was capable of.
You must do it, or my promise will count for naught. If you wish to blame someone, blame your previous incarnation. Had he not committed that terrible sin, had the power of dragon transmutation been passed on intact, I would have no need to compel you. It is as I said. Here we stand so different from one another. Dan Feng is no more. Now, there is only Dan Heng. But I am the general of the Luofu. There are things that I wish I did not have to do, and yet I must. Let us talk of happier tidings. The friends you made on the Express are here. Do you wish to see them?
You brought them here?
Yes. I have been keeping careful watch against the abominations of abundance, the Stellaron hunters, and the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. But I never anticipated the Antimatter Legion. The hunt is far from over. Yet all the while we find ourselves at war with other evil spirits. From this battle onward, the Alliance must fight the Legion to our dying breath. Even if it means the end of the Luofu. Our intelligence tells us that the Legion are a mad and destructive war machine. Yet they never took up arms against the Alliance. The armies of the Seven Ravagers all have their own means of destruction. They are not to be taken lightly. Lord Ravager Fantalia favors internal collapse, which is why she masterminded the Stellaron crisis and urged the disciples of Sanctus Medicus out of the shadows. Now that her plot has been laid bare, she has no choice but to retreat. And yet that hardly suits her philosophy of destruction. There must be something more. Do you know something? When Dan Feng committed his great crime, the Ten Lords Commission advocated strongly for him to be destroyed. The Vidyadhara, on the other hand, were split evenly in their favor and disfavor of the motion. The dragon transmutation inheritance was not intact after all. The senior Vidyadhara hated you, yet did not dare to kill you. The Vidyadhara were under great pressure. In order to placate the Ten Lords and Skyfaring Commissions, they performed an exuviation charm on Dan Feng against his will. Still, they ensured that the charm contained a flaw, thinking that this would fool the Ten Lords Commission. The senior Vidyadhara were sure of their scheme. But you cannot hide fire with paper. Look, your friends are taking the fight to the Legion as we speak.
We need to help them. Let's go! Heaven's Surge! Celestial Dragon! Quake!
A foregone.
Heaven's Surge! Cloud Dragon! Rise!
This is our chance.
Follow my charge. Conflict is pitiless!
I told ya I could fight. Watch this!
Heaven's Surge. Celestial Dragon.
Take this!
There's no time to lose. Here is thunder! Time for the master stroke. Radiant Spirit, heed my word. Show no mercy!
You're annoying!
Heaven's Surge. Cloud-bearing Dragon. Rise!
This is our chance. Rules are made to be broken. You're out!
Conflict is pitiless!
You have the worst luck running into me.
Heaven's Surge. Celestial Dragon.
Xingyuan, where have you been?
Forgive my late arrival, Lady Fu. We are indebted to you and your forces. The Seat of Divine Foresight relayed the battle reports to me. As for Fantilia's plan...
The Ambrosial Arbor. That's her focus. Lord Ravager Fantilia's strategy was to create civil strife, then let it consume the Xianzhou from within. She wanted to use the Arbor to disseminate the power of the Plague's author, and turn the Luofu into a hell of undying abominations.
That is clear to me now. Friends of the Astral Express, I have brought someone with me whom I think you'll be eager to see.
Huh? Is that... Don Heng? You are Don Heng, right? What's with the horns?
It's a long story, March. It's me.
So, you do have secret strength.
Let us save such reminiscence for later, shall we? My astral guests. When you first appeared on the Luofu, your stated aim was the resolution of the Stellaron crisis. I was concerned that the Stellaron hunters harbored ulterior motives and refused your offer. I see now that I was overly anxious. Nevertheless, it is true that the motives of the Stellaron hunters were not what they appeared. In order that the Express and the Xianzhou fight side by side, Kafka lured you here and broadened the scope of the crisis. In doing so, she succeeded in making it clear that your sincerity is beyond doubt. The Luofu is in your debt, and I have no right to seek further assistance from you. However, as Lady Fu has explained, the appearance of Fantilia means that the situation is far from under our control. As General of the Luofu, it would be foolish of me not to ask Don Heng and the rest of you for your strength at this critical moment.
Even if the crisis on the Luofu had nothing to do with the Stellaron, I would be willing to help. But I can't speak for the other members of my crew. Explore, understand, establish, and connect. As the crew of the Express, that's the Trailblaze creed we follow. Still, when the journey gets tough, those words can feel far off. Fear, risk, enemies, and death are the obstacles we face in pursuit of the creed. That's why the nameless who are able to stay the course number few indeed. Whether our destination lies before us or behind us, the decision is ours to make. Here, as on the Express, every vote counts.
Don Heng?
Thank you, Don Heng.
How am I still one of the nameless? I stand here at the mercy of others without true freedom to speak. But as a descendant of the Vidyadhara, I will fulfill my duty to the Law Fu.
Great! Everyone's just as heroic as when they arrived. So, what's the master plan, General?
There is no master plan, only a bet. A bet on the senior Vidyadhara's incomplete exuviation charm. And on Dong Hong's ability to access the memories of the High Elder.
High Elder?
When the Rainbow Arbiter severed the Ambrosial Arbor, remnants of the curse of the Plague's author lingered. In order to make the stemming of those remnants a possibility, the Law Fu invoked the power of the Scions of Permanence. Under the direction of the High Elder, the Vidyadhara guided the waters of the ancient sea to flood the Scale Gorge waterscape delve and contain the Arbor. To commemorate this magnificent feat and sacrifice, the Alliance erected the Dragon Vista Rain Monument, a Vidyadhara statue.
It looks so much like Don Heng. I wonder if... the statue... is that Don Heng's brother?
I see why you might think so. These events occurred a long time ago. Yet successive generations of High Elders have not differed greatly in their appearance. That is, until the current generation. The most recent successor did not inherit the same level of power, and their appearance is that of a child. Do you understand, Don Hong? Since Dong Feng perished, the Law Fu Vidyadhara have no longer had an individual capable of performing such feats. But you, who once kept watch over the Arbor, should be able to open a way through to that great tree. What happens next is in your hands.
在我披柔下，交织成谜。